Today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm sharing my top tips and tricks for looking chic and expensive, but on a budget. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hello and welcome. My name is Jessica of the blog Miss More Style, and here on YouTube I make videos about affordable fashion, beauty, lifestyle, and travel. So if you're interested in any of those topics, I really encourage you to please hit that red subscribe button right down below and ding the notification bell. That way you are notified every time I upload a new video. I upload 2 to 3 times a week. So if you love to be your most stylish, chic, and fabulous self, but not break the bank, then this is the place that you want to be. Now, I just want to preface this video before I get started and just say that these are just things that I have found work for me, that I feel like help me to feel and look more expensive, quote unquote. Now, that being said, I do not follow these rules all the time. I don't think that you should have to follow them all the time unless this is the vibe that you want to always give off. Nor do I really feel like looking expensive is like the most important thing, but I do know that from time to time, maybe you want to just look upscale, look chic and put together, so that the tips in this video help you to maybe utilize what you already have in your own closet to look like a bougie bitch, but on a dime. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's just get into it. The first thing that I have to say has nothing to do with anything that you own or anything that you could put on, but it is all about how you present yourself and how you carry yourself. Posture goes into this, confidence goes into this, being polite and having manners goes into this. So this is really all about your presence as a human being and the way that you carry yourself, interact with other people. You could be wearing everything on your body from the thrift store, but if you carry yourself with composure, with confidence, if you have good posture, have a pleasant smile on your face. I'm not saying to like walk around and be like super smiley all the time, because I'm definitely not like that, but like having a nice, pleasant demeanor, that will take you so far, and it literally costs $0. So just always remember, keep your chin up, put your shoulders back and down, stand up straight, sit up straight, be polite to other people, carry yourself with grace, and treat other people the way you want to be treated. That speaks volumes. The next thing is jewelry. And I want to talk jewelry because I feel like jewelry is a very important aspect of looking chic and expensive, but on a budget. When it comes to jewelry, you want to keep your jewelry to be classic and maybe more on the minimal side. I think it's also important to somewhat invest in good jewelry pieces that don't tarnish or turn your fingers green, all that awful stuff like cheap jewelry will. So investing in certain pieces that will last you, that look beautiful, not necessarily, they don't have to be super expensive. In fact, there's a place on the internet that if you have been subscribed to me for a while, then you've probably heard me talk about several times, and that is ITALO Jewelry. ITALO Jewelry has very graciously sponsored this portion of the video, and if you all have been around for a while, then you know that I love ITALO Jewelry. ITALO makes fine, affordable jewelry in so many different categories, from engagement rings to wedding bands for men and women, necklaces, bracelets, and more. Many of their pieces are also customizable, which I love. All of their pieces are made by craftsmen from quality materials like sterling silver and sapphires. So you get that beautiful high-end jewelry look at a fraction of the price. And ITALO is giving all of you even more money off with my code MI20, which will get you an additional 20% off their already discounted prices. None of the pieces that I've ever gotten from ITALO have ever tarnished or turned my fingers green, and my skin is actually very sensitive to this. I do wear some of their pieces like on a daily basis. They offer a 1-year warranty against any manufacturing defects, so if you get your piece and there's anything wrong with it or anything happens to it within the first year, send it back and they will replace it. Some of the items that I've gotten in the past that I love, that are just classic jewelry staples in my wardrobe now, are tennis bracelet. I love this. I wear this so much. This emerald ring, which I have gotten tons of questions about here on YouTube and also on my TikTok. So many people asking me about this ring. So beautiful. Emeralds, like real emeralds, would be so expensive, but this is a sapphire, but it still sparkles so brilliantly. But I want to show you guys some of the newer pieces that I've gotten from ITALO. They come in this beautiful packaging. If you're gifting this to yourself, or if you're intending this as a gift for someone you love, like, the presentation is top notch. Here is the ring box, such high quality, very beautiful. Again, great presentation. Here is the first ring that I got. It's just so beautiful and stunning. Look at the little details and the stones. I just thought this was so beautiful. It's perfect to wear like just for every day. Like if I didn't want to wear my wedding ring set for any reason. It just looks so stunning, and it really like just sparkles. It's so beautiful. I'm obsessed with this ring, kind of like an antique vibe. It's really sparkly and blingy, but it's not like crazy like in your face. It has that like classic elegant look without being like, look at me and all of my bling. Although if you want to be like that, ITALO has plenty of rings like that too. The next item that I want to show you from ITALO are my hoop earrings that I'm actually wearing right now. These are really lightweight, I have to say. They look nice and chunky, but they don't feel like they're pulling my ears down, which I really love. You have to have a pair of classic gold hoops in your wardrobe. I just feel like it's such a staple. They go with everything. When in doubt, you can just put a pair of gold hoops on with like any outfit. It's just the perfect classic jewelry piece for your wardrobe. These are sterling silver gold plated, and they are nickel free. I know that's a huge concern for a lot of people who have like really sensitive ears. The last piece I got this time around is quite a statement maker. I know I mentioned my tennis bracelet. I wanted to get a tennis necklace. This one, oh my goodness. It's so beautiful, so sparkly and brilliant. It just really shines. It's just got these beautiful square stones all the way around with like one in the very center that's slightly bigger. While I don't feel like this is like a great classic, like everyday piece, I do think that this just over the top of a plain blouse, or this just over the top of just like a white t-shirt and jeans could just be like the statement maker for an outfit. Or if you have like a really elegant event, something where you need to be more dressed up, this is just absolutely just stunning. And no one is going to know that it's not diamonds. It looks like something that like a celebrity would wear on the red carpet. Can't wait to have an occasion to wear this. It's so stunning. If you want to check out more information about ITALO jewelry and like a in-depth review, I've done like 2 of those videos, so I'll link those down in the description box if you want to see more of my pieces from them. Make sure to use my code to get 20% off your order. I think just before we go on to the next point is like when you're wearing, let's say a statement earring, I would wear basically nothing around my neck, and vice versa. If I'm wearing a statement necklace, like that beautiful tennis necklace that I just showed you guys, then I probably would wear like studs or something very minimal in my ears. That way it kind of balances each other out. And I'm wearing things that are like both on the like medium side. So like with these hoops, I would consider these not to be like a massive statement earring. I might wear some dainty like gold necklaces, maybe 1 or 2. It's all about creating a balance, not going over the top. Definitely try to avoid costume jewelry, although I do feel like if you're dressing up for a night out, there's definitely costume jewelry out there that can really make a statement and definitely look expensive, but it's all about the quality of the costume jewelry. Is it tarnished? Is it not? So take all these things into account when you're choosing your jewelry. Next thing, I know you probably heard it before, but I'm just going to repeat it because some of you guys still need to hear it, but that is to steam or iron your clothes. People who look expensive do not walk out of the house with wrinkles in their clothes. It's such an easy fix. It takes like a couple minutes just to steam out your clothes. This is a steamer that I got from Amazon. It's like a perfect little size. It's not too big. It really gets the job done. And it's also a perfect size to take traveling to. I'll link it down below, but there's some amazing, much better steamers than this on Amazon if you want to splurge more. Having your clothes be pressed, be wrinkle-free, makes you look so much more put together, so much more chic. Nothing cheapens your look faster than having wrinkles. So you can take care of those so easily by just a quick steam or iron. Okay, so my next tip is to build a wardrobe of high quality basics. When you have a base in your wardrobe of all the classic staple pieces and they are well made, they don't have to be designer or like super expensive. For instance, I have bought plenty of blazers and nice trousers and slacks from places like ASOS, H&M, Ann Taylor, Zara, these places that are more affordable, you can get incredibly made basic pieces from. I mean, even Amazon, you don't have to spend a ton of money. But having a wardrobe that has all the basics in like more neutral colors will take you so far. So like having at least a blazer, having a white t-shirt that really fits you well, having things like maybe a slip skirt, trench coat, good pair of like nude pumps. I can do a whole video on this if you all want. Comment down below and let me know if you'd like to see a video about like wardrobe basics that every woman should have in their closet. I can totally do that. You have this foundation, you really have a lot to work with to create these outfits that really look chic and expensive, but on a budget. Go for timeless colors and prints. So when you want to look expensive, but you're on a budget, we're trying to steer away from like super bright colors neons, and crazy patterns. So what you want to shoot for, in my opinion, to look more classic and chic and expensive, are the neutral colors like beige, cream, white, black, navy, tan, camel, olive green. These are all neutrals that can be mixed and matched together to create outfits or worn monochromatically, and they all just kind of mesh and play together very, very well. These colors are definitely things that are more classic. This is something that you would associate more with someone who has more money, how they dress, how they put themselves together. Like if you're wearing an all black look and you're wearing really like affordable pieces, maybe you're wearing a whole black from H&M or Forever 21 or whatever, like the pieces themselves were actually really inexpensive, but because it's all black, it just tends to hide any maybe imperfections in the fabric or like any cheaper construction, and it just tends to look overall more expensive. So when in doubt, go monochromatic black or go monochromatic cream. Monochromatic in any of the neutrals, it just tends to look more high-end, even if you are actually wearing clothes that are not high-end at all. Going off of this point, when I say classic patterns, if you like patterns, I think you can still wear patterns and look expensive, but go for the ones that are the classics, like plaid, houndstooth, pinstripe, stripes, some cases polka dots, although I feel like polka dots can get a little bit on the whimsical side. There are certain maybe smaller polka dot pieces in moderation that I feel like can look very classic. Keep the patterns, I would say, to more of a minimum. Like don't have it be like the biggest item that you're wearing. If you want to add some visual interest in, those are the patterns I would say to look for. Staying away from leopard print, zebra print, all the animal prints, although I love a leopard print and I love actually any animal print. If you're going for the expensive look, I would say stay away from the animal prints, the chevrons, the more crazy prints. At the end of the day, when in doubt, if you go monochrome, you're just gonna look expensive. The next point is when you're shopping, look for higher quality fabrics. When your fabrics are of a higher caliber, it just makes your outfit look so much more expensive and more chic. And that you are wearing a bunch of polyester, it's kind of the opposite. Now, I own a lot of things that are polyester, so I'm not saying like wearing polyester is like, I wear it all the time. But if you're looking to look expensive, looking for fabrics that are natural, like cottons, denim, linen, silk, wool, cashmere, leather, or faux leather, suede. These are the materials that are going to look so much more expensive and high-end. I know you're saying to yourself, Jessica, all these things are expensive when you buy them new, and I do agree with you. However, here's the trick. If you go into a thrift store, you can find a lot of these things vintage or gently used for much, much cheaper. I have found some beautiful quality pieces in vintage stores that were 100% wool, that were 100% silk, and they were so affordable. So you can find these things on a budget. You just have to maybe hunt a little bit more around in the thrift stores, or you wait till these types of things go on sale at the end of the season and you invest in them then. And investing in these fabrics in like classic pieces that you know will never go out of style is really smart because you know you'll get years worth of wear of them. Make sure your clothing fits your body properly. There's so many people I see who are wearing clothing that is just ill-fitting to their body. They're wearing something that's too big and not in the like, I'm trying to be fashionable and oversized way. It just looks frumpy. Or the opposite, they're wearing something that's like a little bit too tight. You can tell it's not the right size. So if something is too tight or too small, it's time to just get rid of it. I'm not a fan of like keeping things around being like, oh, maybe I'll lose weight. Don't do that to yourself. Give it to a friend, donate it. On the flip side though, if you have something that's a bit too big, but you love it, let's say you're in a thrift store, you find something and you are in love with it, but it's a bit too big for you, take it to a tailor. When you have something altered to you, you look like $1 million. It's such an affordable, budget-friendly way to just really have clothing that looks expensive. Comment down below and let me know if you go to your clothes tailored or if you've never done it before because you're like a little intimidated. I go to the lady down the street from me all the time and have stuff taken up or taken in constantly. The next point, if you want to look expensive, is to skip wearing tons of huge logos. Now, having like Gucci or Prada or Fendi or whatever logo like splashed all over you is maybe a look, and I know like if I was able to buy these things I might wear it from time to time, but it doesn't really scream expensive. It kind of says like, hey, look at me, I spent all this money on my clothes because I can. Whereas people who are actually like wealthy like don't necessarily do that. And the way that somebody explained it the other day was like new money versus old money. People who have had generational wealth, who have been wealthy for a long time, dress a very different way from people who got rich recently. And Style Hard, who is one of my favorite channels here, she explained this as like being like, you know, kind of like Blair Waldorf style versus like what you see the Kardashians wear. You get the point. So keeping logos to a minimum, I think, is a really smart thing to do if you want to look expensive. You could have like a little logo here and there. I love like a little logo on a blazer. My grandmother used to always wear Ralph Lauren blazers, and they would have the little like Ralph Lauren like logo like embroidered like over the chest. I think things like that are so elegant and chic, but having it all over you from head to toe is definitely a no if you want to look expensive. More than clothing, you invest in quality shoes and handbags. I have a lot of just like super affordable clothing in my closet, from Shein, from H&M, from Zara, from Forever 21, from Walmart even. You guys know where I shop and where I do hauls from. I feel like by pairing these things with accessories that are maybe a little bit more of an investment piece, you can make the outfit look more high-end. I have some bags up there behind me, like my Teddy Blake, the tan one. I did a whole video on that one. Teddy Blake is a great brand. It's a bit more of an investment, but they make very beautiful, high-quality bags. I'll link those videos down below if you want to check them out. Also got like my little Zach Posen back there. So over the years, I've been trying to invest in beautiful, like higher-end, not designer, because I'm not there yet. Someday, please Lord, I would have been making it a point to invest in these quality bags or more quality shoes that I know will last me a really long time, that are classic, and that just really help to elevate the whole outfit that I'm wearing. Super easy thing that you can do is to be more conservative in the way that you dress. So having a high neckline, I feel like, is one way to just instantly make yourself look more chic. I don't know what it is, but like that high neckline, you don't even have to have anything crazy on. It could just be something very simple, but it just looks much more chic and elegant and expensive. Touched on this a little bit in my summer style mistakes video, so if you haven't watched that, it's linked down below for you as well. But one thing that I said in there that is a mistake in general in the summertime especially is when people highlight too much of their body rather than picking like one body part to emphasize and then covering up other things. So I think that you can still be like a little bit sexy and look expensive, but there's a way to do it. So if you really want to wear something lower cut, that's fine. Just make sure that your lower half is more covered up. Maybe wear like a midi length skirt or like a knee length skirt, or wear like wide leg pants, something more flowy. So you wouldn't want to wear something low cut and like skin tight also on your legs. So it's all about the balance. Or if you really wanted to wear something shorter, make sure that you have like a higher neckline, or maybe have your arms covered, or you see what I'm saying, right? So it's like pick one, either your legs or your upper body, cover up the other half of you. Getting more into some quick beauty tips that I think go along with looking more expensive. In general, I feel like having good grooming, being put together, taking care of your skin, in general, having good hygiene is the basic thing that you want to do if you're trying to look expensive and look elegant. But beyond that, I think having a more natural makeup look is so key. So don't put on like a ton of makeup. When I want to look more upscale, chic, and expensive, I try to keep my makeup more at a minimum and really just enhance my own natural beauty rather than like trying to do like a crazy eye look and like a really bold, bright colored lip. Do you see what I'm saying? So today I feel like this is, you know, the perfect example of what I'm talking about. I have like a very minimal natural eye look, a natural lip color. My face makeup is not like super caked on. This is just like a sort of like me, but better look. If you want to go out at night and you want to do something a little bit more, I think the best way to go, like I was sort of talking about with your clothing and picking one thing to pronounce, is the same thing with makeup. Pick one aspect that you want to be the statement. So if you want to do like a bold red lip or a bold colored lip, make sure your eye makeup is really much more minimal. And then vice versa, if you wanted to do like a more smoky eye in like a natural like browny kind of tone, and then do a more neutral nude lip to balance it out, those I think are great nighttime makeup looks that look chic, elegant, and more expensive. For hair, I feel like it's good to just keep your hair as simple and polished as possible. Today, I just kind of have it down and more sleek, but one thing that I think is the quickest and easiest way of any of the tips in this video to look chic and more expensive is to put your hair in a slicked back low bun. I feel like with like a center part, that is just such an easy way to just look more put together and polished, and in my opinion, that is just like one of the quickest things that you could do. For nails, I think it's really important to keep your nail color a more natural color if you're looking for the chic and expensive expensive lady look, wearing colors that are like nudes or skin tones, going for like a light pink, maybe a red. I think a red or anything in the red and pink family to the nudes is fair game. Keeping your nails short. I don't want to say that like you can't have long nails and look chic and expensive, because I think you can. It's just a matter of them not being insanely like crazy talon long. There's definitely a length at which I feel like it goes from being very like beautiful and classy to not. Especially if you're going to have longer nails, I feel like it's better to keep your nail color on the more natural nude side. And I feel like when people do that, it really just elongates their fingers. It makes their hands look very elegant. I would stay away from having like the bright red or bright pink. Now, I don't want to say this and have people in the comments be like, but I like wearing black nail polish and blue nail polish and green and yellow. And I love wearing all of those too. But again, we're going for like a specific look because that's what we're talking about in this video. That's just sort of my general tip for that. You guys know I love press-on nails. These are some of my favorites. They're from Kiss. They're like the better than the salon nude press-on nails. And I just feel like they're a very like nice, kind of subtle French manicure. Like they're not like a super like defined French manicure. They go with everything. It's just an easy way to get that look at home. I don't use regular nail polish a whole lot just because it chips the next day. And that's the next thing too, is like having chipped nail polish is a surefire way to make your whole outfit look cheap. So making sure to either go to the salon and get gel nails that you know will last you for like 2 weeks without getting chipped, or using press-on nails and replacing them every couple of weeks. These can last me for like 2 or 3 weeks. Great way to make sure that your manicure stays nice and intact and not chipped. That was a lot. I hope it was helpful. Please comment down below and let me know what you thought about this video. Did you agree with everything I said? Were there some things that you kind of like disagreed with? Please let me know in the comments. I love chatting with you guys down. If you're not already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.